Hello, this is Gerald Johan van Was. In this video I will explain something that I have shown before, a kind of background of orientations in which letters are used. Now this kind of orientation will be helpful also as a tool with which to remember what kind of, for instance, what kind of articles you use in other language, like in German. You can use the same kind of references to remember, oh yes, here is this kind of usage. I have to use this vowel, this consonant, and so on, and no other one. And I will show you how to do that in German. And I have the background of associations, how we associate vowels. I already showed you as within this scheme, so that you had three kinds of positions in which to orientate the general vowels, the vowels that show things that are before you, that are immediately visible, are associated with a. The ones who need time are associated with a beginning of time with e, an ending of time on the correct moment with o. And the background in which everything exists is associated with e. These kind of associations will be helpful as tools to remember. But also these three positions, these three kinds of worlds of positions, or where you can see the a here, are helpful to associate also the kind of complexity that we have in usage of words, also in grammatics. And for instance, the world that is in one point of orientation is the world of course, not just about space. It's not just about the elements, about the objects, the objectivity, about the material world, whatever. It is basically about what are the things. And the what are the things is the first foundation. Now also in grammar we have, and we will take German for that. I was also having trouble now and then in using the right adjectives. It is, I think, yeah, in the first in words in German, and der, die, das, dem, die, das, them, der, then. It becomes confusing at certain point. What shall I use? I'm not sure anymore. But also there, these levels are the same, and that helps me actually to not to make these mistakes anymore, because the first world is the basics. So the basic, when you work with the basics, you work with a nominative, you work with an object, you work with what, and with what you have the male, female, and the neutral. So there you have the der, die, das, the three, the male, the female, and then the neutral, let's say, starting points of words, and then you can use them. When you're dealing with what it is, you only need one focus, and there it is. With this one focus, it's der, die, and das. Also, I already have them also used in the association with the Japanese scripts. They also have a few helpful tools to associate with the vowels. One of these extra consonants that help there to orientate ourselves to see what it is was the letter T, which was not just only about a position in space. It also is a reference point to see, yeah, what do we have? What do we have? It's even in the word what. And it's even used in grammar. For instance, in Dutch, when you have the T behind it, you know it's there. It is something that is there at that moment. Steadiness in one point. So nothing is in a changeable position. It is a useful tool. So this letter T can also be a useful tool to position something in space. So that's just an extra thing that you can remember. Now the next level then is, of course, when something is changing, when something is moving, when something needs time. So from e to o. When is it occurring? And when is it occurring? That's the next level. It had the helpful tool of the n as well, by the way. Also in the Japanese script, on the next level, when you have a position in timing, you use the letter n to see the position in timing. With n you can remember the time position, the time moment, and then you have den, die, das, so the male, female, and neutral. The next level will be, of course, the background. So it is like, it's not just at a specific place. It's not at a certain timing, but it can belong to anywhere. So where is it belonging? So it is all the indirect elements are associated with that area. So to whom is it occurring? You can see, okay, it's not for me directly, it's not directly to you, so it can be to anyone, and that is then directed with the extra positions that you can associate with the them, der, them as in the background. So the extras that we have besides what we know, besides what you know, it can be what anybody belongs to anybody, to them, their, them. And once we position it back to where things belong to, we need des, der, des. I hope these were a bit helpful. They only show you once more time that we really need these kinds of focuses to show you the importance of how we associate things in relationship to each other. So it's just one focus alone in space makes the things as objects, as the object, as the thing, where you need the T letter to position them. And you need also, in the grammar sense, you need the positions of male, female, and neutral. In the German sense, it's the first level of how you use these adjectives, der, die, das. The next level is with timing, with changes and so on. Den, die, das, with the n as the helpful letter to position the moment in time, with the n of the moment in time. That's the way how to remember, and or in the general sense, then if you have to pick out, where does these things belong to? It's very indirect, with the letter E as the indirect idea, and the tools that are used there, I think they are already helpful to pick out the right order, so that you can use also der, dem, and so on in the right way. As I have explained them here. For me, they were helpful to see these different levels and to remember these different levels. In a way, it's the same way as we can use them in a different sense, typical for the vowels and consonants of certain areas. But there's also a way that we associate and make us make our expressions clear where things belong to. So with the grammar, they are extra help for that, to show you where things belong, and if they belong to space, if they belong to time, if they belong to a bigger context, or if we have to go back to a position that we have to reposition them, and so on and so on. Thanks again, bye.